That doesn't sound good. What's going on, guys? We're back again today. Savage Panda Projects, the habitat for horsepower. So guys, welcome once again. We are back again today with another installment from our Project Audi S6 series. Definitely appreciate all the positivity. Thank you guys for all of your continued support. Really excited to continue this next exciting build. So guys, as the title suggests, as you've just heard from that horrifically unpleasant sound clip, we do have a problem with our 4.0T. Now, some of you guys may do some research if you've got any Audi S6, S7, maybe an S8, anything with that 4.0T platform. This actual noise is obviously very unpleasant and definitely very unsettling if you happen to be driving down the road and you start to hear that out of nowhere. Now, at the end of the day, this is a very common issue. If you do a little bit of research, you will find that this, generally speaking, is going to be failure from the PCV oil separator. I will be sure to leave a link in the description box down below as far as a technical write-up that walks you through this process and everything that goes into working out this repair. Now, that being said, guys, if you do happen to have any 4.0T car, if you do encounter this problem, before you spend any money out of pocket, I would strongly recommend definitely first check with your Audi dealership to see if this may possibly be covered under warranty. I have heard firsthand from some customers that this has been an ongoing issue and they actually were able to get it repaired under an extended warranty through Audi. So definitely check first. Check to see if that's something that they can take care of before you start forking over some serious cash. As you guys know, this is a pretty labor-intensive install. Now, the part itself really isn't that terribly expensive. It's just that the nature of the location for the oil separator, it's just buried so deep within the engine bay, it's gonna be a really time-consuming labor job. Now, that being said, guys, how will I proceed handling this particular issue? So a couple things. If I were just an everyday person who was content with the car, leaving it as is, I would probably try to go and see if possibly this could be repaired under warranty. However, me being a guy who's willing to tear into something and definitely look to build this platform to the best it can be, for me, it really makes no sense to replace this part and not upgrade the car. Now, as many of you guys already know, the 4.0T is extremely prone to premature turbocharger failure due to the clogged oil screen. Now, this is something that, again, has really plagued the community for a long time. There's definitely a lot of information to cover, so I will get into that on a separate video. I always feel that the best way to do a one and done is to completely eliminate the oil screens and install an aftermarket serviceable oil feedline kit. That's the best way to prevent this issue. So again, how does that pertain to the oil separator problem? You already have to tear into this, guys. If you take a look at the install guide, which I will leave a link to in the description box, you can see how labor intensive this is. The front bumpers are gonna come off. You gotta really tear into it. It's very deep in the engine bay. So at that point, if you're gonna go through that process, if you're gonna really tear into it, if you're gonna put forth all that effort, all the heavy lifting that goes into that, it makes really no sense, in my view, not to go ahead and upgrade. So I want you guys to know, 100% all day, when I purchased this car, just knowing this platform pretty well, it's always expected any used S6, S7, RS7, anything from that 2012 to 2017 year range, you're gonna have to do oil feed lines, you're gonna have to do an oil separator, and while you're in there, it makes sense to go ahead and upgrade your turbos. So I'm really excited. I've got a massive boatload of parts on the way to do a stage 3 build on this Audi S6. So I can assure you guys, you're not gonna be disappointed with future content. So make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of exciting automotive content to look forward to. You're not gonna regret it. Now, one thing I've always wanted to make a point of on this channel is if there's any known problems, there's any issues that plague the community on these various platforms, I always want to try to bring some attention to you guys and help support the community of fellow enthusiasts. So not the end of the world. It is a potentially expensive, time-consuming repair, but if you have the right people, you're working with the right shop, you've got the resources in place, you can definitely solve the problem and upgrade while you're in there. Now, I would say if you do run into this problem, which if you haven't taken care of the oil separator on a 4.0T, it's gonna happen. It's really just a matter of time. I would try to avoid driving the car if at all possible. some of you guys may know, if you research PCV issues, oil separator issues, you've got a lot of pressure in there, and over time, if you continue to drive the car, you can definitely start to blow out gaskets and seals. Definitely not something you want to encounter, so if you can avoid that, that's definitely going to be your best course of action. So I'm excited, guys. Pretty much we're going to be going straight to stage 3 with this build. Definitely looking forward to making some serious big boy power with this platform. Got a lot of parts coming in, so I think it's going to be pretty interesting, guys. So looking forward to future content. This is going to be one heck of a build. Now, something else just to cover here, if you haven't encountered something like this before, if you have a part that's prone to failure, like an oil separator, PCV valve, you always want to make sure that you're replacing with an OEM genuine Audi part. Now, some people like to go save some money here and there with buying something from different locations. Maybe you can find like a different brand that might be less expensive, but I can assure you it's definitely worth the money to get a quality replacement part. This is such a labor-intensive install. The last thing you want to have to do is go through the whole hassle of tearing apart the entire car, replacing this piece that's buried in the engine bay, and then of course you're gonna have just premature failure once again. So definitely, guys, buy once, cry once. Just do a one and done so you can really put this problem behind you. We were able to really go over the car, take a look at everything. About 3 weeks, about a month into the car, it really hasn't given me any issues up to this point. So I always recommend, if you're thinking about getting one of these cars, just know in advance that these are to be known issues that you're gonna have to address. So we would definitely give the car a good bill of health overall. Car seems to run great. Only thing, just typical known problems for the 4.0T, but we're gonna make the most out of it, guys. Gonna put this thing together nicely, and we're gonna make some serious power. So guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Definitely stay tuned for more exciting content. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.